What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. I know this isn't normal setup. Maybe you know I am back here in Houston. I've been here for a little bit. Maybe you guys have seen it on the community tab. I've been posting a little bit here. Maybe you saw on John's live stream, but I'm here for the holidays, so forgive the not normal setup. So obviously we're coming down to the last couple hours of not only the year, but the decade, and it's certainly been interesting. And for the sixth time, as is tradition on this channel, we will be taking a look back in the past to see what all we've accomplished. But I just don't want to focus on this past year. I want to focus on the past decade. Now, obviously, there's going to be some personal stuff in here, and really, I think this is just going to be more towards like me in the future, kind of like looking back and see what I accomplished in the past decade. So maybe you're interested, maybe not, but I just got to do this. So, all right, so with that, let's go ahead and let's take a look back at the past decade. There's been a lot of stuff that's gone on in this decade, and I really don't know where to start. So, let's just start with this, YouTube. I started doing YouTube, I don't know, almost 9 years ago. Back in 2011, I started posting videos. I created this account in 2010, and I've enjoyed it. I've posted almost over 1,200 videos and have gained well over 2 million views on these videos alone.
There were over 150 new videos added on the channel with 334,000 views. I gained just about 1,000 subscribers, almost 10,000 comments, and 5,000 likes just in the past year.
I found out that videography is like my hobby. I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy creating it, and this is just a lot of fun. I've made a ton of videos that I'm extremely proud of, and I've made some that aren't as great, and I've also just made some that I just had a lot of fun in, and I really didn't care how they turned out. Through this platform, I have met some of my best friends, not only like online friends, but like actual good friends, genuine people through this platform that I would have never met if I had not created this account. And not only have I met them online and talked to them, I have met them in person and done, I've done dozens of outings and lots of stuff with them. Heck, I was just with one of them a couple days ago. I genuinely enjoy making videos, and I find it's just so much fun. It gives me something to do in my free time, and I hope to continue creating videos well into the next decade and just kind of see what happens from there. Speaking of some of those online friends, I've gone to a handful of meetups, school bus meetups, just in the past couple years. I've already been to a good amount of them, and I've met so many other school bus fans, something that at the beginning of the decade I would have never thought possible. Also in this decade, I got to drive school buses. Like, again, I would have never thought that. But I ended up driving a bunch of really cool things, and I had a blast doing it too. Moving more towards my personal life, I started high school, I graduated high school, I started college, and I'm so close. I was planning on getting my associate's degree by the end of this year. Life happens, and this year has been a lot, but I'm this close to getting my associate's degree in history. I got my first office job this decade with my own cell phone and laptop, and wearing all this fancy stuff and have my own little section and a desk and everything, and it was an interesting job nonetheless, but it was my first office job, and that is pretty cool. I've had the opportunity to travel the country and go to, I don't even know how many states I've been to, let alone cities, and I have enjoyed traveling the country, and maybe I hope that I can go out of the country coming up in this decade. My family has grown this decade, and unfortunately, it's also decreased in size, more specifically in the past 6 months or so. But that's life. I moved around a ton in the past decade. I've lived numerous places here in Houston. I've lived in California. I now live in Arizona. And I have shot videos for the channel in probably way too many different rooms that I still vaguely remember, and maybe you do too. Although my scouting career came to an end in this decade, I loved every single minute of it. In 2015, I got my Eagle Scout Award, and in 2017, I was awarded the Vigil Honor, both of which are two of my biggest life accomplishments so far, and they really mean a lot to me. I served numerous leadership positions ranging from unit level to district level, from running camps and running different programs to being elected to the council board in 2017, in which I directly saw over 800 people and had a good influence on the program in the Houston area. I was lucky enough to be able to attend, speak, and lead at numerous different conferences throughout the program, and I found out that I am pretty good at public speaking, actually. But, YouTube probably helped me with that. I learned how to drive. I got my first vehicle. I've had that truck for almost 5 years, and I love that truck more than probably almost anything else. Hurricane Harvey happened, and, it sucked, but it was a very, very life-changing event and kind of opened my eyes to reality of, life. I built my very own computer, which was the coolest thing because that is something that I had always wanted to do. I got my very first debit card. I got my first letter jacket. I got my first email, my first smartphone in this decade. Like, it's crazy to think just how much, just how long this decade has been and just how much I've gotten and accomplished, in the past 10 years. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of other stuff that has happened, and this is all just, the immediate stuff that comes to mind in the past, 10 minutes that I've been doing this video. So, all right, so as is tradition, we will now estimate what numbers will be next year, but we're actually going to take a look and see what we estimated last year and what we ended up hitting. So exactly 1 year ago today, 365 days ago, I estimated that we would have 4.8 thousand subscribers. We are at 4.78, but YouTube also, purged some subs inactive accounts at the beginning of the month, so close enough. And then I guesstimated that we would be at 2.3 million views at this time. A little off, we were at 2.1 million. That's okay. And the numbers that I have guessed this year, I think we're going to reach right around 900 subscribers, which will put us at 5.6 or 5.6, 5.7 thousand subscribers. See what happens. And then 3.1 million views, which is just about a million views. We'll see. Probably that one's probably going to be way off, but you never know. Maybe there's a viral video in store. But we'll see. That's just me kind of being ambitious, and we will see what happens. All right, there you have it. That is 2019, rather the whole 2010 decade reviewed as by me, and that's it. I have a lot of good videos that we're gonna start the year off with, start the decade off with, and I'm pretty positive that you guys are gonna like those videos. So we're going to start big and just see what happens. So I've had a great year. I hope you have had a great year. I hope you had a great decade. And I wish you the same going forward. So, all right. I think that's going to do it. Sorry for kind of lower quality than usual, even though some people say my stuff is always low quality. Haha. But yeah, just, I'm traveling, so cut me some slack. Okay. I think that's it. This is 2019, the whole 2010s coming to an end. I don't know. I'm not going to get used to writing 202 blank, for a year, for the year, or saying 2020 or the 2020s. That sounds so futuristic, but it's, tomorrow. It's weird. Okay, I need to stop rambling on and just end this. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, that'll do it. So, let's go ahead and wrap up. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it, down in here where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up or you're going to be stuck in the 2010s. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't get raped. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. And guess I'll see you next year, next decade, or really just in a couple days. Thanks for watching.